financial needs are important.
Yeah.
But people coming, especially women and female Christians that can show the girls there's a different way.
Mm-hmm.
But also the men.
Oh yeah.
Like, one thing that we like back here is men that can be role models for these boys, Christian role models.
Yeah.
So the local church, so regulars, like every end of July for a week, Second Baptist comes out and does, what's your feet, Dave?
Okay.
Does the way, and let's see, every vacation Bible school, the churches will come by with a bus and pick up the kids to go. During homework helpers, we get regulars during homework helper time, but basically it is one from this local church, one from this local church, and like when we have our big events like Thanksgiving, Easter, that sort of thing. One of the most beautiful things to me that I probably feel the most emotional about is when we're standing around that basketball goal before an event, and the children and all these different people and races and colors and languages from outside the trailer park and those that serve from the trailer park hold hands and pray to the Lord together. And that gets me very emotional.
Yeah.
Or when I see someone like Morgan that comes randomly and pours her heart to the kids. Or like RJ, when he says, oh, I was up there, the kids came and they were loving me. And when I see people like y'all that come in and love on these people that I love so much, for the Lord.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, that's been my biggest thing is, you know, you've seen it twice now where we circle that table, we pray over those shoes, and so we want to make sure that there's no credit goes anywhere but up there, and that those shoes land on the kids' feet that they're supposed to.
Only God can make this place be what it has become.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Tell me about the worst situations that you've seen.
Okay.
Since you've been here.
Since I've been here. The worst situation for me was when I came back from Honduras on a mission trip. I had been praying because, you know, the worst situations aren't necessarily up here, but me living here. So there was a couple that lived behind me, and they fight all the time. But with me being a single woman, it's not a safe thing for me to. So I pray when they fight. I pray, and so I had always asked the Lord, when you open the door for me to go in my home. Well, I came home from Honduras, and God opened the door for me to go in.
Oh my!
When I had a little dog at the time, the little dog had gotten away, and they had the dog at their house. They called me. So I went in there and was telling him about the trip, and then he started just screaming at her.
While you were there?
Yeah. So then she started screaming back at him, and then I started praying with him, talking with him about the Lord and the peace that could only come from God. And then he would scream at her, and then he would stop, and then he would cry and whimper like a child, and then he would switch and scream like he was possessed. It was just like on a horror movie when you have a child that's possessed and the child has this demon face, and then it goes back to the child face. It's like, Mommy, come help me, Mommy, help me. It was just like that. Identical. If I had ever come across demonic possession.
Wow.
So
scary.
It was. I was scared. You know, I just knew they were fixing to start shooting all of us. Yeah.
So did they ever come around and have anything to do with the church, or?
Well, God's still working on them. The landlord told me he would evict them because the police go out there all the time.
Really?
Yes. All the neighbors are calling the police. The police know them by name. But I told the landlord, this is the thing. God put me specifically in that place. He picked that trailer out specifically for me. He put them specifically where they are. That he had a reason for that. Not to evict them, leave them where they are. God had a plan for that. And I will say, for the past 2 months, I've only heard them fight once. But when I walked off that porch, I said, okay, Lord, now the seed is planted. Because I was very open with him.
Yeah.
And with her.
I mean,
okay,
you got to be bold.
Your seed is planted. Now it's up to the Holy Spirit to do His thing.
Wow.
So that's what the processor that's going on now is. The Holy Spirit is doing His job out here. I was terrified. I left, drove up to one of my neighbors, and walked in their house and just fell apart.
Yeah. But you had your puppy.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know this is gonna. Was there anything that would ever make you stop doing what you're doing?
When God says for me to go. Because y'all sit down, y'all can be in here, but you can't talk, okay? Because He's asking me questions. You can't have nothing. Wait, you can't have nothing until we get finished. Okay?
It's not. We're about to. It won't take long.
I didn't know a while back what He was doing. An offer came to me in Honduras that they were going to put me a place to live and give me a car if I would come there with a new school they're starting. I would have 10 kindergartners and 10 first graders. And so they were going to fly me there this summer to look at the school. And so I was like super honored and excited because, you know, way back when, right? And I was very open with the kids about, you know, not really certain what God was calling me to do at that moment. And every time I would think about going, leaving the kids and leaving my sons at the ages, very critical 20s ages that they are, I would just cry. I would just cry my eyes out.
Yeah.
And it was not the same feeling when I gave up my prior life. When I gave up my house and sold the house to move here and gave up everything that I had known to move here, it was not like what I was experiencing to move to Honduras.
Yeah.
So I knew that was not, it was an amazing opportunity, and maybe it's not right now, but that God had not moved me from this point yet.
Yeah. Because you know when it's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel it.
Yes.
Wow.
And so, you know, I don't know. One day, they told me that, you know, they're not in any hurry, that maybe it's just not right time, that they'll wait, and, you know, we'll just see what God does with it.
Yeah. But no situation like that you experience with kids or families or anything would make you want to quit.
As of right now, no. I guess it was, 2 years ago, I had gone to the beach with my family, and someone had broken in my house and stolen my stuff. And, of course, everybody was concerned for my safety. I mean, I was at the beach, but what if I'm at home and somebody breaks in? And I was so upset. You know, my biggest hurt is it someone that I brought into my home to minister to.
So you figured it out? Who it was?
I didn't know the guy.
Oh.
Just some random guy. But everybody thought, well, surely you're going to move. Surely you're not going to live there anymore. And I said, let me tell you what God did with that. He was so funny. At the beach, that afternoon, I got a phone call from some children and their parents, the mother, that were down to the beach visiting family and wanted to come see me. So they came to the hotel we were staying, and we just swam and played together. And I heard the Lord, Shanda, this is why you're there. This is why you're there. It's like when He takes you back to that first love. When something bad happens, and He reminds you of why. So then I was like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm staying right there. At that point, God pushed forward, because we have a federal tax ID number with a statement of faith. He pushed that. I mean, it was amazing how this ministry picked up and rolled out that.
Wow. So how did you do your paperwork? Did you do it all yourself?
No, an accountant in town
Okay.
that I go to church with.
Oh, so he helped you.
He totally believes in this ministry.
Awesome.
So he did our statement of faith, and then we got some donations from that. So then we applied for the
Nice.
federal tax ID.
Yeah, because it's about $500. Because we did the same thing.
It was $800 for us.
Was it really? Okay. Pretty much talked about all of it. I mean, there's nothing on there that we didn't talk about.
I mean, if someone tried to kill me, you know, I don't know, maybe I'd move in. I don't know, that would happen.
Yeah.
If the Lord moved me, that's the only thing I can see making me leave.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is, I mean, for me is just like trying to be faithful and balance family and everything else and job and
balance. Balancing is a struggle because, you know, it's not like I live way over there and just come here and do the ministry. I live in the ministry.
It's 24 hours.
So, like, it's like 24/7 my life. I mean, it's my life. It's like being a missionary in another country. But I mean, I've learned to try to set boundaries and include my family in the ministry, so that it's like I'm killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. So what does it mean to y'all to get to come here? What does it mean to y'all to get to come here and just sit on the couch and talk to somebody that, you know,
believe in Jesus, relaxing.
Well, outside of relaxing, like what are your conversations? So because she's so faithful, you see that she's faithful and you want to be like her. I mean, that's got to be a big part of it.
Yeah, you got Miss Shanna.
Yeah. What do y'all call her? Shay Shay? How you- Yeah.
Shay Shay. We say Shay Shay.
How you spell that?
What, Che Che or Shay Shay?
SHANDA.
That's Shanda. A lot of the kids do call me Shay Shay, and that's SHA.
Okay.
And a lot of the Hispanics call me Che Che. CHECH.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So,
Shay Shay.
Yeah.
well,
I could give a shout out too. Oh my God.
huh? You can.
Shout out to Miss Shay Shay. Shout out to my Uncle Chris.
Okay.
Shout out to my aunt T-Show. It's not like they're gonna see you anyway.
No, because it's gonna be written in a book. So.
No, don't do that, baby.
It ain't even no.
Yeah. See.
Oh,
No.
So you can't really see it, huh?
yeah. All you can see Miss Shana and that kid.
I know, right?
And then my
Oh my goodness. All right. So I think we're done. Anything? Stop it! I'm gonna knock you in the head. Anything else? I mean, anything else you wanna include in there? Or?
I'm going to shout out to my uncle. It's not shout out to my mama.
Just that.
Shout out to my dad.
Something I would tell someone else would be, God uses our life for our good. And when He gives you an opportunity, don't be like I was when I was young. But take His leading. I don't even know how to put it. Don't pass up when He calls you, because then it will come the time that you will pray that He calls you.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm still upset that I missed out on all of this for 3 years because I said no. from 13 to 16. But some, do you remember? He came with us the first time. His name was Mark Perko. He's at Deep Creek Baptist.
Yes.
See, he's probably on your Facebook
Yes,
now. But
yes.
anyway, but he was the one that told me. He said your heart probably wasn't in the right place.
Yeah.
Maybe it kind of was, but it wasn't all the way. Where you were able to ask somebody, look, I'm going to start this. I want my church to be a part of it, but I'm going to do it with or without you.
Yeah.
And to if I'm up front, they haven't done much. It's been the 20 other churches,
Yes.
the people down in Anson County that have loved on us and said, we will go wherever you go. I mean, there are people that will leave their house at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday to drive to Dallas, all the way into Dallas or to Laurinburg or whatever, to follow us and to go and be part of it. That's how much they believe in it. But my church, until I get in there and do my thing, they're like, oh, it's okay, it's nice, but they'll give you $10, but they won't come out on Saturday.
Yeah.
And save people, serve people. So, and if you're not helping somebody else, I mean, God said it in James 2. It's just like, you're wasted if you're not willing to, you can say I have faith, but if you're not helping somebody,
That's exactly.
yeah, it's dead. So, anyway, so I will get this to you. I'm gonna upload it tonight.